And Shalom, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors into the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To the confusion of faith joined unto our ranks, the hopefully elect, the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. Coming at you with another quick lesson. Afternoon cat kind of turned around, so I decided to take this time to come out and do this lesson to feed the flock, because we're commanded to. You know, Yahweh Shai asked Peter 3 times, if you love me, feed my flock. So I watched a couple videos earlier, and I just jotted down a couple notes. I do have my apocrypha. I won't say I'm completely unarmed, but you know, I do have my apocrypha on me. I didn't have my my KJV. I'm thinking I'm just gonna start carrying the 1611 again, just to prevent this from happening. But nevertheless, I watched a video called "A Mysterious Global Infection Kept in Secrecy," and it was by Lisa Cabrera, and she was basically talking about a disease, this thing that's spreading throughout the nations, and it's hit the shores of America, Africa, and Europe, and no one's really talking about it. And all these different super viruses that are being made. Well, that's what I refer to the CDC, you know, the Center of Disease Control, but I call it the Center of Disease Creation, because the way this virus is operating, especially this one called Ciaris, all right? This Ciaris virus, the way it operates is, it almost seems like it's a weapon, like it's a weaponized germ warfare, right? And she talked about how this guy, this older guy, got it, and he came in and he went into a hospital, and 90 days later the guy died, and this thing, nothing worked on it. All the antibiotics, it just the virus just ate him up like it was candy or something, and the guy ended up dying 90 days later. And when they went to go clean his room, it had spread to the ceilings. It had spread to the walls. It was in the floorboards and the tile. What kind of disease that just doesn't wash away, where you can't come in and spray the room with disinfectant and wipe it down, where you actually have to tear up the floors, tear up the ceiling, and tear up walls, man? That sounds like a device that Esau has made. And like I said, this virus has spread to 3 different continents, three main continents, you know, for that matter. All right, and I'm just going to quote, since I don't have my King James, I'm just going to quote Revelation 11 and 18, which is basically, it said you know, the Most High is going to destroy those who destroy the earth, you know, roughly paraphrased. All right, and even though you know, some of these diseases have been weaponized and created, you know, germ warfare by these Edomites, you have to understand, you know, Yahweh controls men. You know, he rules in the kingdom of men. You know, you don't make any decisions or anything on your own. If you think you have free will, you're fooling yourself. There's a scripture that says that the Lord, you know, gives you instruction in your mind in your sleep. And then you wake up and you go about your day doing the things you were thinking about, not knowing that the Lord planted those ideas in your head, whether it be good or bad, you know, because he is great and terrible, and he does operate, you know, control both the left and the right hand side, and he will make an individual to complete his purpose. And Esau's purpose is to be the wicked. That is their job. That's what they were made to do. All right. All right. And another thing that was going on was you had these crazy floods and things that destroyed you know, the American farmlands, and from these out of season storms that came and killed all this poultry and different chicken and things like that. It even killed off a bunch of hogs, you know, a whole bunch of pork and stuff, you know, and it's going to cause some serious problems in the not so distant future as far as food shortages and things like that, you know, and it destroyed all kind of property too, you know. In Isaiah 29 and 2, you know, it pretty much states that that thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts, of the Lord of hosts, man, with storm and tempest and, you know, and destroying winds and things of that nature. And it pretty much says the same thing in Isaiah 28 and 2, that the Lord is going to, you know, visit this world, man, that he made, and he's causing devastation, man. The Lord has got, you know, these elites and these so-called leaders here in the earth, these heathens, these nations, in the trick bag, man. He's totally got them in the trick bag. All right. And I watched a couple other videos. One, that Full Spectrum Survival, his channel. That guy gives out daily information, really good information. And what he was talking about in his latest video was this issues with Palestine and Israel. What else is new, right? Those Israelis, you know, the Palestinians basically made a decree, and they said that if the Israelis tried to annex Gaza, that it would be a bloodshed that would spread, you know. So, you know, and it's just Palestinians are in no position to threaten the Israelis unless they got a trick up their sleeve or some backup. And the truth be said, they do have backup, just waiting in the wings, and that backup is Iran. All right. And so that's issues with you know, with Iran and Israel, with Iran and America, man. All right, and guess what? Russia is not having it, man. Gog and Magog is going to be a guard unto them, man. All right, because one of the videos that this guy Full Spectrum did was called "Darkness Rising. U.S. Crosses a Red Line with Iran," and that red line was that red flag of Russia, man. You know, Russia is more than a formidable foe for America. It's actually a foe, an adversary that America is not really, truthfully, can't deal with. They were bragging about some missile defense system, but come on, man. The American missile defense technology is 20 years behind the Russians. And the Russians have that Satan 1 and Satan 2, which you had American officials already admitted that America can't stop those missiles, man. So, you know, this third world's war is inevitable, and it's speeding up, and all the signs are happening that's bringing us closer to it every day, man. All these bubbles that are bursting all around the world. You got housing bubbles in Australia. You got issues like that in China, and of course here all over America. All right. So, and what else you got? You got your the car loan bubble, the student loan bubble, the credit card bubble. You know, it's just problem after problem after problem without ceasing, man. And you know, it's funny too. Usually, in the position the place that I am is usually way more people out here this time of year, especially once the weather gets nice, man. You know, because why? Because people don't have the excess income to just shop and buy things, man. You know, and I'm at Navy Pier right now, close to Navy Pier, and like I said, there's usually way more people out here than what I'm seeing right now. All right, why? Because all these things that I'm talking about are taking effect, man. They're taking effect. Okay. And now what else you got going on? The guy, the other video that I saw, he was talking about Algeria. Now there's a new thing in Algeria, a new war going on between the people and the government, and you're having the people are threatening to go to war with their own government, man. So those are your uprisings. That's in matter of fact, we can get that. I do have my apocrypha. The uprisings that are promised that will happen when the insurrections, the great insurrections. This is Second Ezra's. Hold on, let me turn to it Salaki, I'm operating with one hand. You can second Ezra's 15 and 15, and it reads, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And so these people are willingly and ready, willingly ready to fight against their oppressive governments, man. Which I'm pretty sure that if you go deep enough, you got some American or Israeli puppet in there that's pushing the Western agenda, which is making those people to act up over there. All right, and one more scripture as far as that that virus is concerned. It's in this is Wisdom of Solomon, the 11th verse in the 11th chapter and 18th verse, and it reads, "Or unknown wild beast full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents, or scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes." So basically, the Lord creates new creatures constantly, whether they be a microscopic creature that could kill millions, or it be a raging beast that could kill tens or hundreds or thousands at a time, man. Right? A tiny virus could actually be more dangerous than a gigantic beast. All right? Hell, you got that spider, what's called the huntsman spider, that's 12 inches long, like the size of a damn dinner plate. You got tarantulas that are the size of the dinner plate. But that huntsman spider, that was like a newly created thing, because they had never seen that species before. If I'm not mistaken, I think 2013 was the first time that thing was ever seen, man, or contacted. All right. So with that, I hope this was an elevating, Salaki, and a motivating and edifying video, and that that who needed to be fed was fed, and who needed to be condemned was condemned. So I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Abishai, Wa Abba Babal.